Hello, welcome to the very first installment of CK Tutorials. In this episode we will be talking about reskinning objects, mainly weapons, and getting them into the game. So first off, you're going to need GNU Image Manipulation Program, which shortened is GIMP, and you will need the GIMP DDS plugin. Also, you will need the Fallout Mod Manager, because it is the only thing that can unpack BSA files that good. Luckily, I have all the DDS files on my desktop in this little folder, and we can just choose one from here. Let's see. We will make an ebony, no, not ebony, a imperial sword. Now we want to copy the sword, move it to the copy, paste it to the desktop, and do the same thing with the NDDS. We'll make a scabbard for it too. Now we're done with this folder. Now, here are our DDS files, scabbard and DDS all alone. We're gonna put the Imperial Sword DDS in here. Don't load the mip maps. I don't know why. Just don't. In GIMP, easiest way to change colors is hue saturation. Just move this around to your liking. You can increase the saturation, make it look, I don't know what the word is, but just makes it look good. We will do maybe yellow. Yeah, we'll do yellow. And so you can really tell it apart from all the other things. We are going to put a dingbat on the tip of the blade. Maybe not on the tip, maybe like right here where my mouse is. I don't know, we'll see. Now I have a cool font from defont.com that has skulls on it. If I can find it. It's somewhere in here. I thought. No, it's T. Starts with Toten, which I think means undead in German. Let's see, where are you? So many S's. There it is. Totenkopf. And we're just gonna put it here, because this is probably the tip of the blade. Gonna put it on both sides against the other side. Put that. That looks cool. And just move it into place. And we gotta put another one in here. Was F. Capital F. And you want to rotate this one 180 degrees and just move it into place. Maybe move it up a little more. There we are. Now, in order to keep things fine and dandy, press Control L to open this menu, and then press Configure this tab, which is this button that my mouse is on. Click on it, go to Layers menu, Layers menu, and go to Merge Visible Layers, and press Clipped to Image. At least that's what I do. And now it's all one big layer instead of three. One big layer and two small layers. And now we want to hit Save As. Save it to the desktop for now. We'll call it Yellow death. Generate bitmaps and compression needs to be BC3 slash DXT5. That's what we want. Now we should be good with GIMP. Now we need to make, oh no, we're not good with GIMP. I need to save this preset. Oh crap, I can't do that. Well, crap. Oh well, let's open. No, not create, open. Desktop and find the scabbard. Imperial scabbard. Open that. Do not load bitmaps. Just basically do the same thing, except it should be right there. Yeah. And maybe we'll put a skull, a different skull on this one. That's good. We'll just make it the size that I want it. And we'll move it with this. It'll be easier. And now same thing, layers, this button, layers menu, merge visible layers, click to image, merge. Now we have one big layer and we're gonna call it, save it to desktop, call it Yellow Death Scabbard. Same thing, and we're done with GIMP now. Now we gotta make a folder, and we'll call it Yellow Death folder. We gotta put these two in here, of course. Imperial Scabbard and DDS, and the Imperial Sword and DDS. I'll explain what those do in a little. Now I have many textures open because many attempts to make a tutorial and they've all failed, and I'm pretty confident about this. Now we're gonna put this, you have to put the folder and textures, or else it'll say invalid directory when you put it in CK. Now time for CK. Type in here whatever your weapon is. In this case it's Imperial Sword. Just give it a minute, because it has to load everything with the letter I in it. If you're not fast enough. Think A takes the longest if you're not fast enough. I had just loaded I. Imperial Sword. We want to duplicate the first person sword and regular sword. We're going to rename these, and we're going to mess with the textures just a moment. Press no, it'll keep it the same object, except it'll just have a different name. And do the same thing for this. But this time you want to put a space. Now, in order for this to work, you have to have the texture actually in Creation Kit. So to do that, type in decal. And I always use fire for some reason. Just, you could duplicate any one of these. And call it Yellow Death Decal. The reason why I'm waiting till I'm typing, when I'm done typing, is because the keys, I have a sound effect on the program I'm using. It makes the keys stand out more. So that's why I say it after I'm done typing, or else it'll screw up my voice really bad. Like, for example, like now, yeah, I don't think you'd like to hear that all the time. Where's Yellow Death folder? Right here. This is going to be the sword. No, not the scabbard, the sword. Yellow Death DDS. And this one we want to make the NDDS. And once I select it, I will explain what it does. So the NDDS pretty much tells the game what shines. I'm not sure about the colors, but different colors mean different levels of shine on it. Like if you just use this, put this one here, it will just glow all over. Like even this wooden part, it'll glow. Not glow, shine. But we don't want that. So you gotta use NDDS. And now the glow map. If your weapon doesn't have a glow, just use a regular weapon. If it does have a glow, use the glow. So we're done with Yellow Death decals. And now we want to duplicate that, rename it, Yellow Death Scabbard decals. So now we need to go Scabbard. It's the first one. Just do the same thing. I don't need to explain everything again. Unless, of course, for some reason you weren't paying attention. And now we go back to Yellow Death. I think. Oh wait, I forgot to explain. You want to get whenever you double click on it, you want to go to Model and press Edit. Yeah. I think it's this one. I've never done a retexture on the Imperial Sword. Yeah, as you can see, the wood part just changed to yellow. I'm not sure how many I need to change because this stupid scabbard's in the way. I can't seem to see through it either. I think that might be blood. I think so. Well, now we gotta put in the scabbard. And I guess, yeah, there's the skull. Alright. Now that's done. We gotta go to the actual Yellow Death weapon. Make sure you're in Art and Sound. And then you want to do this. Well, first we'll go to Yellow Death. Find the first person model. And you want to do the same exact thing you did with this. I'll explain. You did at the first person model. I'll explain when I'm done. Alright, the reason why you want to do this is because if you don't do this, the game will simply ignore what you did to the first person model, and it'll look like a regular Imperial Sword or whatever it is you're editing. So that's why you have to do that. We're not going to enchant this weapon because there's no enchantment that's yellow. Well, they could do 14 damage and critical damage, let's say 8. Weapon material steel. We'll make it a Daedric artifact. I'm not quite sure how these keywords work. They just work, that's all I know. Like if I get rid of weapon material steel, which is right here, if I get rid of that and replace it with Daedric, it would show up under the Daedric tab. which is probably what I need to do because I made it a Daedric artifact. But if I kept steel there, it would be under the steel section. I'm not quite sure how that works. Weapon material Daedric. I'm not sure what the difference is between the Daedric weapons. Daedric armor material Daedric and weapon material Daedric. I don't know. So we'll just increase the value by 2 zeros and we're done. I would go in game and test this, but the last attempt was good. But whenever I went in game, whenever it started up, you couldn't see the game. So I guess this is it. I'll probably put out another video with the game showing the weapon that it works in the links later. But for now, goodbye.